Welcome to Rise Above Potential, the podcast where we talk about living intentionally and creating a life that's truly your own. And I'm your host, Coach Justin Ford, Mr. Dreams to Reality. And today's episode is special because I'm sharing something that I literally just came up with a few hours ago. That's right. This morning, I sat down, let my vision flow. And led some concepts and designed a concept that I believe can change lives. It's called Verde Prime. And it's more than just a brand. It's a movement for people who refuse to accept limits, who live with purpose, and who choose freedom over fear. If you ever had an ideal spark in your mind and thought, can I really make this happen? This episode is for you. Let me tell you how Verde Prime was born. And why it represents so much more than luxury. I want to start by saying this. Big ideas don't always come with warning signs. Sometimes they show up unexpectedly and in a quiet moment of clarity. That's what happened to me today. I was thinking about, what does it mean to live by design, to live intentionally instead of just reacting to life? And I realized I need to create something that embodies that philosophy, something that represents freedom, vision, and purpose. That's where the idea for Verde Prime was born. The name comes from the Latin verde means to see, and prime represents being at your peak, your best self. Together, it's about seeing beyond what's in front of you and creating a life that you've always imagined. But here's what's really exciting. Here's what really excites me about the idea. Verde Prime isn't just about clothing or luxury. It's about a mindset. It's for people who refuse to let doubt or fear hold them back, and people who don't settle for what they've been given, but instead choose to live a life by design. And honestly, this concept didn't just come out of nowhere. It's been building for years. Through every challenge, every moment of doubt, and every decision I've made to rise above. Today, I put my words into actions for the first time, and I can already feel its potential to inspire others. Let me be real with you. There's been times in my life when I doubted myself, times when I thought, who am I to build something like this? But every time I pushed through the doubt, I got closer to the life I envisioned. Verde Prime is about that exact journey. It's about choosing life. It's about choosing belief over disbelief, action over hesitation, and purpose over fear. And if you ever felt like you were capable of more, but didn't know how to make it happen, trust me, you're not alone. This movement is for you too. So let me ask you. So what does it mean by live life by design? For me, it starts with a vision, seeing the life you want, even when it feels out of reach. It means asking yourself the tough questions. What's holding me back? What do I truly want? How can I start building it today? That's what Verde Prime stands for. It's a reminder that we all have the power to design the life we want and rise above anything standing in our way. I'll leave you with this. What's your vision for your life? Or what's the vision that you have for your life? What would it look like if you stopped accepting limits and start designing your future intentionally? This isn't about Verde Prime. It's about you and the decision you make every day. So, that introductory, I had to type it out and use some AI to get my thoughts gathered around, what does it mean to be uh, intentional with your life? What does it mean to pursue these things? What does it mean to go after the life that you want to live? And as I become more intentional about the podcast, as I become more intentional about what direction I'm taking, my life and my family's life in the direction that I want to go as an individual and as a person, as a man, and sitting down and really allowing God to move through me, right? As I look back on this process and I look back on this journey, where Now Faith brand was the start, right? That was the belief. That was, okay, now what, God? Where are we going? What is this journey taking us? And how do I take this path that I'm on and inspire others to become the best they can be? And that's where Verde Prime, I was researching, I was studying, and I wanted a concept to be more than life, right? More than what meets the eye. To have a bold luxury brand. This is my luxury brand. My premium brand is Now Faith, but my luxury brand, people who believe the things that I believe, people who believe that there's more to life than just that meets the eye. And so it's very challenging for a lot of people because they get in their day-to-day life and they're like, there's no way I can be this person. There's no way I can live the life that somebody else is living, right? And it's not about living a life that somebody else is living. It's about living a life that's right for you. And it's about living a life that's going to make you better. And so I notice whenever I do preloaded scripts, my podcasts are better or my thoughts are better instead of me trying to drum up things to come up with, and understanding, okay, where am I going as an individual? As I look at the landscape of technology, as I look at the landscape of social media, and it's really hard because you'll deal with the personality syndrome or whatever it's called. I don't even remember the name. But you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I'm going to look it up. Imposter syndrome, right? So when you have imposter syndrome, you think, I don't think I can be this person, or I don't think I'm capable of being this individual. Who do I think I am? And sometimes we got to lean on God's opinion for us, which says, hey, you are great. I created you in my image. And look at all the things that God has done. And so for me, the Verde Prime, it's about prime vision. It's about redefining. It's about the ultimate vision, combining quality and clarity and purpose, right? It reflects leadership and innovation, and innovation or high standards for my life and where I want to go as an individual. And as I start to pivot where I'm going, and as I start to pivot the things that I want to do, and I start to pivot in my leadership role, and as I get better at content creation, and I see these things out in front of me, right? And I'm saying, okay, I see the opportunity. I get it now. Before, I was shooting darts in the dark, right? I hope something sticks. I hope something sticks. But I've read and I've heard, if one idea pops, then all of it is worth it, right? And so, going from now Faith Brand to Verde Prime is very different because I wanted something that I felt could resonate throughout time and generations. And, Verde Prime, Videre Prime is exactly that. That is that brand. That is the creation. So this is the creation story. And as I mentioned earlier, I was sitting on my couch at home and I was just thinking about visions, and I was using Chat GPT, and I was working out some ideas, and I was researching, and I'm thinking to myself, how can I maximize on this social media movement? How can I maximize on content creation and using my creativity and then blending my creativity? And so I got to typing on Canva, and Canva has a new AI feature that is really neat, and be able to blend these things together and say, okay, I see where I'm going, and being a practitioner of not only being, the owner and driver and the brand influencer for Verde Prime, Videre Prime, but understanding, okay, whose lives will be impacted by this? The significance of Videre Prime in terms of the ability to grow my financial literacy center and be the ability to really feel like this is the springboard, right? So if you go back and look at my older videos, you can kind of tell I lack direction. I lack clarity. And I had a focus, and the thing that a gentleman gave to me, or message he gave to me from God a couple months ago, was like, hey, God sees you, he sees your heart, keep going, keep believing, keep walking in the faith. And here I am, God just gifted me this Videre Prime, and to see, and prime means to be at your peak, to be at your best. And I've been talking about become the best version of yourself possible. And the thing is, if you go and watch the journey and you see the journey documented, you'll see that there's so much to this growth process. There's so much to developing your brand, developing your influence, developing the person that you want to be. Like, it's not just going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen because you wish it to happen. Like, you have to work. And there's been a lot of days where I'm like, am I even capable of doing the things that I say I can do? And I know I can. And part of that is, like I mentioned earlier in the intro, that long intro, was belief over disbelief, action over hesitation, purpose over fear. And, what does that look like? What does that mean? And if you've ever felt, and I said this, if you ever felt like you were capable of more and didn't know how to make it happen, trust me, I've been there, right? To build a luxury brand is not easy. I promise you, it's not easy. I'm not sitting up here saying that I'm just going to shake the earth, which I am. Videre Prime, We're going to shake the earth. When I hear Videre Prime, I think of Apple, I think of X, I think of Tesla, I think of Amazon, I think of Google. I think of Videre Prime in the space that it's going to be a luxury brand to 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 stress to eat the ethos, you know, and to do things. And if you hear the excitement that I have for this, because it is truly a gift, right? All perfect gifts come from heaven above, which comes from God. And so this is the creation story of Videre Prime. You're hitting it, you're seeing it on the ground floor, you're seeing it from the phase as I understand the marketing, I understand what it is that it's going to take, understand how to launch this. Before, I didn't have a good understanding of what I was doing. I was just doing things and I was impatient. Now I'm super patient. I'm saying, okay, I'm not going to rush this to market. I'm not going to rush this to market just yet. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to study. I'm going to get a grips of what I have going on. I believe everything that I've dealt with to this point was building up to this moment for Videre Prime. And some people, you know, I don't even care about that, but some people are really, you know, confused about the things I do because I'm in education, I'm a teacher and an athletics director. But that is, you know, a part of who I am as a person, but my growth and development over time, this is who I am, an entrepreneur, a business person, a CEO. And so this is the creation story and the hero's journey, right? And so the cool part is the brand is really about people who believe that they can do more. And it's really about people who are visionary, who love luxurious brands, and they could see where I'm going. They could see what I'm taking with this, and they understand that, wow, this guy is onto something, right? Like I'm building a futuristic brand. I'm not building for the right now. I'm building for the future. And Videre Prime exudes sophistication and exclusivity, making it a perfect luxury clothing line, tech product, or visionary project. All those things are who I am as a person, and it's so beautiful to see these things happen. And man, I hope for anybody that's watching this episode particular, this is the accumulation of work, right? This is the, if you can hear the difference in my videos, it's taken me 1,000 videos, taking me 1,000 different projects. It's taken me 1,000 field days. It's taken me a lot of days of, is it possible? Is it capable? You know, is this possible? And so the thing that's really cool about the process and where we're going and the things that we got going on is it's taking down limiting a belief. It's taking down that it's not possible for you. And Videre Prime, that is it. VP, Videre Prime, baby, luxurious clothing brand, right? It's who I am. It's the culminating of the projects. It's a breath of fresh air. It's a thing that you don't know is going to happen until it happens. And somebody asked me to explain what it is that I'm doing, what it is that I'm creating. And I said, what, how do you explain a phenomenon until it happens? Explain that. Explain what a phenomenon is until it happens. And so right now I'm documenting the journey. I'm talking to you about this movement for visionaries, this movement of people that says I can jump on a board with this guy. I believe what he believes. And I believe that our future for us is spiritually in our eyes, not just what we see, right? So you look at your bank account and you wake up and you're like, where did all my money go? Where did all these things go? And understanding that here it is, this moment, and I'm foolproof that, you know, that this is possible for you. I wanted Verde Prime to represent something more than just clothing or just a logo. I wanted to be a symbol of freedom, ambition, and living life on your terms. I realize that so many people are stuck in disbelief and doubt, but I wanted to design something that made you feel that make or other people feel unstoppable every time they put it on. You are possible. You are capable. Okay? So I want you to hear this again. You are possible. You're capable. Rewind that back. I wanted Videre Prime to represent something more than just clothing. I wanted to be a symbol of freedom, ambition, and living life on your terms. I realized that so many people are stuck in disbelief and doubt, but I wanted to design something that made them feel unstoppable every time they put it on. This is for you. That's what Videre Prime stands for. It's a reminder that we all have the power to design the life we want to live. and rise above anything standing in our way, I leave you with this. What's the vision for your life? What vision do you have for your life? What would it look like if you stopped accepting limits and started designing your future intentionally? This isn't just about Videre Prime, it's about you and the decision you make every day. In the next episode, I'll talk about the challenges I face bringing this vision to life and how you can overcome your own obstacles to rise above. Thank you for tuning in to the Rise Above Potential podcast. If this episode inspired you, please share with someone who needs to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe, because this is the beginning, just the beginning, the very beginning of a visionary blueprint. All right, I'll leave you with that. It's been Coach Ford, Mr. Dreams to Reality, Justin the Visionary. Check out my Instagram and YouTube, and check out my Facebook page, Coach Ford Speaks, my podcast page, Rise Above Potential. I greatly appreciate TikTok, Coach Ford Speaks. I have so much going on that I feel really good about 2025. And one of my mentors or players said, Coach, year 7 is the year of completion. And that was a very powerful moment for me. But I'll leave that for you. I'm super excited about this company. I'm super excited about where we can go. I'm excited about the vision and future. I'm excited, most importantly, about walking you through your journey. It's not about my journey anymore. I'm here. I've arrived. Now it's just the next stage, which is helping other people. All right. Have a great day. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Thank you.